And first hand out of the box, we have an 11 count with West, 5-5 in the pointed suits. Should be a one spade opener, or we've been told that East-West play a precision style system, so this will be a limited one spade opener. Not that surprising here. East-West are probably going to bid all the way up to 4 spades, I have to imagine. The 5-3 spade fit, 2 opening hands. Well, East having a 14 count with 2 aces and 2 kings kind of seals the deal. And how is that contract going to end up? Looks like a heart loser and 1 or 2 diamond losers, depending on if Declare guesses the suit very well. We'll probably just see a diamond up to the ace, a diamond back towards the queen. Wow, I'm breezing through the commentary. I've already bid and played board 16. Now we just need to wait for the players to catch up. All right, we get to take out double from north. This is kind of standard in a precision system, so we haven't seen a lot of these precision pairs. I think we've seen some players playing like a club could be like Polish type, either a strong hand or just like a weak no trump. But in precision, when your partner has a limited hand, you can just blast game. This isn't really a preemptive bid. It contains, both hand types, either long spades preemptive or some game forcing hand with some trumps that doesn't want to investigate a slam. So 2 spades lead. If diamonds don't come home, so I'm wondering what's Declare's chance if the diamonds really aren't coming through. He has 5 spades, 2 hearts, 2 aces, and presumably the 5th round of diamonds will set up eventually. But he might be on the lookout for a safety play in the diamond suit. Let's try and put ourselves in Declare's seat. How is he going to play the diamonds safely to only lose 2 tricks? I mean, it kind of feels like cashing the ace is the correct line. You pick up any sort of singleton, king, jack, or 10 in any hand. And even if not, you're going to pick up 4-1 diamonds with South having the 4 card holding. So there is this possibility of an intra-finesse. I think that's what it's called, inter-finesse, intra-finesse. Declare could lead a diamond to the 9 or 8 and then run the queen on the next round, picking up the diamond suit for just 1 loser. Probably not going to see that. Intra. So I think I was right the first time that I said it. Words are not my strong suit. I'm a little surprised by the 10 of spades play, and I only say that because I think if spades are 4-1, North doesn't have jack 4th. I think North either has a singleton spade, which would be a very unusual opening lead. Yes, art history is definitely up there. I think it ranks, just behind any of the unusual sports that Americans don't know about, like pickleball or polo. So art history definitely, just behind game theory. Anyway, what was I thinking? I thought the 10 of spades was weird because I feel like North might have been leading from 9/4. That would not be a very unusual lead on this auction. And so by putting up the jack, Declare might have cost himself a spade trick. But with the trumps 3-2, it didn't really matter here. Declare going to pull trumps, and again, I mean, my guess is just diamond to the ace diamond. We're just trying to be as careful as possible that we lose only 2 diamond tricks. There is some mild worry that if the opponents get in too many times, they might be able to tap us out in clubs. But Declare should still be able to handle 2 diamond losers and a heart from here relatively comfortably. North long in the tank, and I don't blame him. West's hand was concealed on the auction. This is one of the advantages of these like precision auctions that go a spade for spades. Because a normal auction would have gone like a spade, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds showing shape, 2 spades or 2 no trump maybe. Let's say 2 spades, 3 diamonds showing extra shape. North would know that he can safely pitch his hearts or even his clubs and get away with it. But here, much more risky from his perspective. Any of these discards could easily give up a trick. He goes with the heart. I think that's the most reasonable. A club discard would look rather foolish if West started with a small doubleton. They could just duck a club, play a club to the ace, ruff a club, and set up the 4th one and dummy. So it is about time to start playing on the diamond suit. And we'll see if Declare has come up with a more clever line than I did about how to best play safely for 2 losers. Having a think about it. Goes after hearts first. This isn't that unreasonable. I think, for one thing, it gives the opponents an opportunity to make a mistake. Like if South were to win the ace of hearts and switch to diamonds from, say, a small doubleton, that would just help Declare out. And Declare had to set up at least 1 heart trick anyway. Okay, this feels unnecessary to me. The King of Hearts. Oh, you know what I hadn't considered? There's this takeout double. Oh, I'm so crazy. Of course Declare is going to take kind of a more unusual view in the diamond suit. Yeah, he might end up leading and running the Queen of Diamonds. That could easily be the proper way to play the suit. It looks as if North must have the king, so this feels safe. Okay, maybe we'll see that. I don't know. We'll pause and let Declare do his thing. I am just so confused as to what's happening. Is he gonna put in the 9? I'm stumped. Diamond to the Queen and King. So why is this better? I'm not sure I get it. Like, if a club comes back and Declare ruffs, can he really afford to play a diamond to the 7? I don't think so. Nah, well, a club didn't come back ruffed. This feels wildly inaccurate. I don't know, because now Declare is basically doing nothing other than playing for 3-2 diamonds. And it seemed like his entire plan was to try and make when diamonds were 4-1. I mean, if diamonds were 3-2 from the start, why wouldn't you just play diamond to the ace, diamond to the queen? Low to the queen on the first round feels weird. I was actually rooting for him to take the intra finesse, diamond to the 9, North wins, and then get back and run the queen of diamonds. But, okay. I mean, push board. Wait. Push board? How did he make 11 tricks? Oh, I'm so confused. We've had too many operator errors. Surely Declare lost the king of diamonds, one extra diamond trick, and the ace of hearts. I don't know, maybe he did take the intra finesse. I mean, if everyone's making 11 tricks on that board, that's the way to do it. Feels unnecessarily risky to me, but maybe it's fine. Okay, board 17, so Street still clinging to their 37 imp lead. We have 14 boards to go. Not really in the danger zone yet. We have seen quite a few large imp swings over the course of these matches. We've had one as large as 20, where a vulnerable grand was been made, versus the other table getting to, I guess, play in a cubid and going down at the 4 level. But here, kind of a straightforward auction to 3-0. One note, looks like based on North's bidding, well, I was going to say it looked like based on North's bidding that this 1-0 was going to be like 14 to 16, but it turns out South has 17 of the most prime cards ever. I guess you can invite with North's 8 count. I mean, a 5-card suit, a 4-card suit, and Queen 10 5th. Some good spot cards here. I might have just game forced with North over 15 to 17. But either way, they get there. South accepts the invite with his complete maximum with all these controls. And on the diamond lead, it looks as if Declare has 8 tricks. But the low diamond from Jack 10 third, Declare could have, of course, ducked it around to his 9, but he took the more normal view that the ace of diamonds might just be on side. Might be hard to make it from here. The 10 of spades is offside, so even if he tries to run the 9 of spades to set up an extra spade trick, it's not going to work out for him. We'll see if he elects to do that. I mean, that would be the most sensible way to go about playing the rest of this hand. Run the 9 of spades, use the Queen of clubs as an entry, take another spade finesse later, if it loses to an honor. And that is exactly what he's going to do. So 8 of spades around to the 10. West will cash a diamond, and no matter what he exits, as long as the defenders are careful, they don't end up squeezing themselves here. East can hang on to the hearts, West can hang on to the spades. But there is still a bit of work to do defensively. Declare will do his best to run the clubs before making any choices in the other suits. I suppose it's possible Declare might clarify the position by unblocking the heart ace before doing anything else. And, you know, it's also possible that East-West or West might switch to a spade or a heart to make things just a little bit tougher for Declare. So a heart to the queen and ace, and now Declare is going to run the club suit. West is going to have to keep the king of hearts, so will be forced to come down to the stiff queen of spades, but East has him covered in that suit. He'll keep king doubleton. And down 1. West's heart switch at the end of the hand there might look scary to a bunch of players, but I would say that it tends to be kind of convenient squeeze defense that if you can force yourself to have the only guard and force your partner to have the other guard, then it makes it easier on your partner. Like, East wouldn't have to worry, had West just say return to passive club, declare runs the club suit, East doesn't really know whether to keep the Queen of Hearts protected or keep the King of Spades protected, and might go astray. But when the Queen of Hearts gets forced out, well, now East knows what to hold on to at the end. So, a heart by East, no trump by West. Looks like I'm not sure. It could be a transfer to clubs. We haven't seen this East-West pair play all that often. Nope. Looks like it was just a semi-forcing no trump, and that's probably the alert. East has a pretty bad hand. I mean, an ace, a bunch of queens, and a jack. I suppose if you count it up, it adds up to 12 high card points, so everyone would open. But I think there are some pairs who wouldn't. South taking a think. I mean, South is short in hearts and has a good 6-card suit of his own. Not good enough to come in with 2 diamonds over a heart, or even 3 diamonds. The suit is not good enough for vulnerable preempt on only 6. But elects to pass it out, I think, just being a little safe. And especially because North-South for street are ahead in the match. He doesn't need to take any risks on these kind of hands. Passing out a no trump, okay, maybe he's going to go -90 or -120 when there was a part score available, but that's it. His side is never really bidding to or making a game. I say that, I'm kind of looking at the North-South cards and it looks like 5 diamonds makes. But if your side is not really missing a game on your cards, then you're kind of keeping the imps low on this hand, and therefore you're not giving back 37, or in a more practical sense, 10 or 12 on this board if you do the wrong thing. Probably a bit surprised about his partner's opening diamond lead, but it's going to work out quite well for them. They should run the first 6 diamond tricks and then take the ace, king of spades, and the ace of clubs. They will beat this 3, I guess, score up 150. And it's not so obvious that North-South would reach the diamond game at another table. I mean, it's 8 opposite 11. The really big working thing is that all of the honors are in the right spot. The singleton club opposite the ace, the 5 small hearts opposite a singleton. So, could just be a push at plus 150. This table defending a no trump and beating it 3 tricks, and the other table playing in a diamond part score, making 11 tricks. But we'll see. Result at the other table is not quite in yet. So South cashing their diamonds in an order that is presumably showing their partner club stuff. My guess is that they will cash this and probably take the club ace before switching to spades, but not confident about that. Declare actually did well with what he came down to. If the defense tried to go after the heart suit, setting that up with North still having 2 spade entries, he would have been able to lead clubs, preserving the king of hearts in his own hand and forcing North-South to cash out. So I will say, well played from West to get out for down 3 in this contract. Okay, that can't be the right score. I am gonna lose it. I'm about ready to flip the table. If the foo graph operator keeps getting the results incorrect like this. There was no way in the end position, so unless something bad or different happened earlier in the play, declare should be down 3. So we'll see what happens in the other room on that one. It could be a game swing. You know, North-South do have that 5 diamond contract available. And it's just going to be on... So who is playing North-South for Feldman in the other table? It is Zagorin and Berteau. Yeah, the operator might just be clicking the claim all button. And that's why it gets entered like that. It is a bit sloppy, but it would be nice to get the actual score up here. The match currently is not that close, but it's nice to know that. So I will try, I guess I can put up another little text cover if we do get a result at the other table. So we'll try and remember North-South, we're plus 150 on this one. Pass by South, a heart opening by West. Ooh, so these guys really are buying in fully to the open every 11 count precision style thing. It's a pretty common style if you are playing precision. West has this terrible 11 count with a stiff king, but yeah, the 2 club overcall, I know. I was just getting there. Don't worry, PGS. I absolutely hate these 2 level overcalls on bad 5 card suits. They are so bad. Now, counterpoint. One of the, I guess my saying tends to be, ha, we did see a push. So there's 2 umps to Feldman that aren't actually correct. I'm not going to put a little cover up. Hopefully we can all just remember that Street is still up by 37, not 35. But yeah, I hate these 5 level overcalls, or 2 level overcalls on 5 card suits. The Gib robot, my friend, does it all the time, and it is so bad. It just gets you overboard way too much. If the opponents understand that this is your style, they can just double you all the time and collect large numbers against their part scores. The counterpoint to that, yeah, just asking to go for $1 million. So, you know, the counterpoint is, the saying I tend to use is you want to fight fire with fire. And so if East-West are opening on these really, really terrible 11 counts, sometimes it's really valuable for you to come into the auction because the opponents might be stealing from you. And you need to make sure that you can reach a game if your side has a game. Now, counterpoint, partner didn't open in first seat favorable. Probably unlikely you have a game with most of your values sitting behind West's heart suit. Yeah, and also another rationale that that with the spade shortness, maybe East-West are bidding for spades, and you want to have some potential to find a save. But, you know, counterpoint, if you do save in 5 clubs, are you that happy over 4 spades? You have 3 aces, and so pretty good defense, and your partner might bid onto 5 clubs, which gets doubled, and you might go for 800, even against their non-making game. So I don't know. I hate these bids. I understand it in this scenario. If East-West are opening these really awful 11s, you do need to protect your side, even at imps. But they tend to work out quite poorly. So I advocate not making them. But that's just maybe my style. And yeah, PJF says that East is an unpassed hand. It's true. Like, maybe East is sitting on a giant stack of clubs over here, and you're going to get in real trouble. But that kind of cuts both ways. Maybe that means the opponents are actually bidding and making a spade game. Well, so how did Declare end up in this one? He has... It looks as if... Oh, we just got a club rough from East-West. So yeah, it looks as if the opponents are going to get a heart trick in due time here, but Declare will be able to pull trumps. Wait a second. I'm incorrect about this. Declare can just pull trumps ending in dummy and use all of his winners to pitch the hearts. Plus 110. Look at that. Well done. Well done. The overcall might have netted him a small plus position on that hand. The thing is, you know, if you think your the player in the west seat at the other table isn't going to be opening these cards, then you just get to open a club. And it goes like a club, blah, blah, a no trump, all pass. You get to play a no trump. So one no is kind of out the window with the one heart opening bid on the table, but at least you get to play 3 clubs, hopefully find a fit, maybe still get back to par on the board. To me, it feels like a small margin. Looks like you can squeeze out 9 tricks and spades east-west. That feels like an awfully large number to me. You have a diamond loser, 2 club losers, a heart loser, a spade loser, at the very least. Diamonds 5-1 is going to be a huge problem because North is over-roughing. My guess is you're not making 2 spades, east-west. But, I don't know. Double dummy, maybe you can do something about it. And it's also possible that North might not get off to the best lead for his side. He might, like, lay down the club ace. Yeah, clubs are frozen, but I mean, you're Declare. What are you going to do? Are you just going to... You can't really strip the side suits and throw the opponents in. South will either cash a bunch of diamonds or they'll just start cross-roughing hearts and diamonds. So it's possible that there's some play for 8 tricks, but 9 feels very far-fetched. Okay, 2 spades. North had opened a short club, I guess. Yeah, I mean, if you can get all of your tricks, it looks like you might be able to collect ace, king of spades, 4 roughs, a heart, 2 heart, a heart and the 5th round of hearts. That's a lot of tricks, though. I don't think that's happening. Either way, we do get to see, wow, 3 diamonds in the South at the other table on that one. I'm sorry, what? That's kind of hilarious. 3 diamond preempt. So this is South for the Feldman squad, and they are down 37 imps. Remember, this 2 imps doesn't actually exist. Maybe it's a way to swing a board. Little does he know that bidding and making 3 clubs at the other table was just a push. Well, back to board 20. So they have 11 boards, including this one, to pick up 37 imps. The window is closing for Feldman to make the comeback. I think they got off to a pretty sizable lead in this match, but then They fell behind, yeah. So they won the first segment by 24 imps, but then they fell way behind after segment 2, and even further behind after the third quarter. Two spades in the north looks a little dicey. They're in this 4-3 fit, which is a little awkward. The ace-queen of diamonds are both offside. Although Declarer doesn't know that. From the auction, East having overcalled 2 clubs, Declarer might hope that a diamond to the king would live. The spades are kind of nicely positioned for Declarer. He can technically take 3 spades per force, pulling all the trumps if he plays spade to the queen, duck a spade, cross back to dummy, and hook the 9 of spades. It's not that unreasonable of a line of play. Yeah, with East having long clubs for the 2 club overcall, likely to have the high cards, he might well be short in spades with ace doubleton, and in this case, ace jack doubleton is just enough for Declarer to pick up the suit. Now West will be getting an overruff. You know, spade to the queen, spade ducked around to the ace, third round of clubs, West can rough in. And then sit back and collect his 2 diamond tricks eventually. But that might be Declarer's best shot to try and make the contract. How many tricks will that be? So Declarer's already lost 1. He'll lose the ace of spades. He'll lose a club ruff. And he'll lose 2 more diamonds. Looks like 8 tricks. So that's one line to try and make the contract. Another, like I said, maybe we try and play on diamonds, hope that East has at least one of those honors. And we're conveniently positioned to do so now. That's probably what North is thinking about. Do I try and play a diamond to the king? Do I try and run the jack of diamonds? Or should I just work on pulling trumps as best I can? Distant third option, I think, would be to lead a club and rough yourself. Although he could be thinking about that as well. It's just, you know you're getting over-roughed if that's your line of play, so I'm not too thrilled to just let the opponents do something that they've wanted to do already. Over-rough the third round of clubs in the West hand. But we'll see what Zatorski goes with. I think, as far as I know, we haven't really watched either of these pairs. No, I believe we've seen Zatorski yesterday, maybe for one set. Zatorski and Pachtmann. Who was Street playing against? So yesterday, Street played against Leibowitz. Okay, so that might have been in the first or second quarter yesterday. We looked at that match, and then Street pulled out to a giant lead, and we flipped our attention elsewhere. But I do not believe we've seen this East-West pair, and they seem to be living up to their name of precision players, just being hyper-aggressive in the bidding, which I think provides for more fun bridge to watch. It's not that enjoyable when, you know, you see a board and everyone has 11 high card points and it just passes out. Although, if you see a board where everyone has 11 high card points, I think that would be quite exciting. Especially on VuGraph, where hopefully they have the hand records correct. We'll have to get someone checked to see if they had an ace up their sleeve. Long think here from the North player. I think trying to decide between the 2 lines I was looking at, maybe run the jack of diamonds, maybe play a diamond to the king, or play a spade towards the queen. I always think that if you're trying to decide between 2 lines that you consider fairly close, the one that involves pulling trumps tends to work out best. But here, Declare elects to run the 10 of diamonds. Well, if this count signal is to be believed from east, West should really figure out what to do here. Ace of diamonds, diamond ruff, club ruff, diamond. Put maximum pressure on the north-south pair and the trump suit to rough in with the correct spot cards. Looks like that results in down 1. That would be my guess. But he does need to kind of realize then that North is being a little tricky with the 10 of diamonds. I think a lot of North players might just automatically lead the Jack, thinking, oh, if I lead the Jack, East might cover with the Queen. But the Jack would be much more revealing to West in this scenario, because North would never lead the Jack holding, Jack third or something. So West would have to know that North has both the Jack and 10. Here, the 10 of diamonds could be singleton 10, it could be 10 doubleton. We aren't 100% sure. So now West in the tank. But if he finds the ace of diamonds switch, or diamond continuation, and gives his partner ruff, they will be beating this at least one trick. Which looks like a good result for Feldman. Oh, it doesn't look like a good result for Feldman because the other room ended up in 1 no trump north-south and went 2 down. Yeah, that's a tough spot. North-south only have 5 top tricks with the club ace and 4 hearts, despite the heart suit breaking. So East is gonna set up their clubs, get in with the spade ace, and then probably lead a diamond through eventually after running the clubs. So, don't blame West. I definitely don't for taking his time. Coming into the match, or coming into this quarter, if you're down 37, which they still are, don't let the scoreboard deceive you. Should still be down 37. All of these decisions could be very important. And here, it's like a 4 imp difference between minus 110 and plus 100 if he finds the right defense to defeat 2 spades. It's still a few imps in the wrong direction, but he would only lose 3 rather than losing 7. And every imp counts. I wonder what else he might be thinking about, because the opponents have kind of stumbled into this 4-3 fit. Now, he should know that North only has 4 spades from the auction. He didn't open a spade. Ooh, a heart comes back. And Declare runs it around to his king. Okay. Declare is just kind of trusting the opponent's defense at this point, which I would tend to agree with. If the opponents don't get a diamond ruff, they don't have one coming. Therefore, continuing to play on the diamond suit makes sense, but I think, once again, he might have been able to get away with a low spade. If he popped up with the heart ace and put a low spade on the table, might have put East in a tough spot. I think the contract still goes down if East rises with the spade ace to get his diamond ruff. But far from obvious that that's what East should be doing. Anywho, West has erred a little bit. The jack of diamonds is held. Yeah, good clever play by Declare earlier, that 10 of diamonds running, because we talked about it. You know, North might have a singleton diamond. They might have 10 doubleton, so a whole variety of different possibilities in the diamond suit. And of course, Jack 10 doubleton or Jack 10 third is possible. West knows that, but he might not be fully confident with his read. So Declare is able to steal a diamond trick. Is that enough? I wonder if 3 rounds of hearts pitching a diamond would do it from here. Okay. We do get a spade switch. East does pop up with the ace, puts the jack of clubs on the table. I think from here, Declare can pop spade queen. Declare has to know that roughing low is not going to go well for him. West just cashes the diamond ace, plays a red suit through for East to potentially rough. So I think popping up with the spade queen, pulling a trump so that we get rid of that pesky jack of spades, and then playing as many hearts as we can and hoping, looks like the right plan. But West has foiled him. So even though we can pull a trump and play the ace of hearts and a heart to the queen, West does get to rough in. Cash the diamond ace and an extra trump. So all roads lead to down 1 from here. Pretty roundabout way to do it, but he can play diamonds. Ah, yes, you're correct. Yeah, I would not cash the ace of hearts, but yes, he can play diamonds, so this is going to give him a trump coup position. Absolutely. Now he needs to win the queen of hearts and dummy, cash the king of diamonds, pitching heart. Yeah, it's been a long day. I have missed out, but you're absolutely right. Huh? Seven tricks. Now, look, that one might not have been an operator error, but it could be. Okay, no, it just got corrected. 2 spades making. 2 spades making. Yeah, Declare had all the makings of taking a line of play that was going to trump coup West and then just didn't do it at the end. It would feel weird. So 7 imps to street. Not really what Feldman wanted. But they were going to be losing on that one regardless. So they have quite a bit of work to do. These 2 imps to Feldman are actually not on the scoreboard, at least as far as we can tell. I think the players will have that right on their scorecards when they go compare. But should be about a 44 imp lead to street with 10 boards to play, more than 4 imps aboard, and this one looks like it might be a push in 3 no trump. Is that correct? What if North had led a low club? Feels like North-South could have set up 4 club tricks and gotten in with the Diamond King. I don't think Declare has 9 tricks without setting up the diamonds. They can get 3 spades, 2 hearts, a club, and a diamond. That's just not quite close to being enough. Yeah, so it looked like a normal lead of a club, 4th best, would have defeated this. Obviously, South opened a heart. can't really blame North for putting the Jack of Hearts on the table from Jack Doubleton, but low club lead would have been some people's choice. Well, what now? Declare gets to win the King of Hearts, lead a low diamond towards the Jack. Might make the most sense, although it's possible that's not even good enough. Yeah, what if South now just sets up the heart suit? 3-no making East-West in the other room for the street team seems like an enormous score. I'm going to quickly take a look at this. Oh, that would do it. If the defense leads one of the suits Declare's trying to set up, then he has extra tempo. Spade lead, Declare can win, knock out the King of Diamonds, which is the entry to the long clubs, then switch back to setting up the spade suit once the diamonds are established. 10 easy tricks, so not looking too great for Feldman in this match. Their miracle run is about to come to an end, it's seeming. Okay, Jack of Hearts. I mean, as declarer, I would not feel great. The ace 5-3 deuce in dummy is not going to be holding up as a third stopper in the suit. And you know that you have to knock out, the ace of spades, which should be with South. And given South's opening bid, they probably have the club ace as well. Cope is down by 24, making a bit of a comeback. I think for continuity's sake, I'm going to stick with this match, but that might sound a little more interesting. Maybe what we will end up doing... I'm just thinking of my YouTube titles for the 4 segments. I don't know. If this match gets completely out of hand, maybe we'll jump over there towards the end. But thanks for the update. So, Jack of Hearts. Yeah, what do you do? I mean, I thought it looked natural to win the Heart King and lead a low diamond, but it's just not enough tricks. Yeah, no problem, PJF. I would like to stick with the match that might be most fun to watch and entertaining. Let's just stick with these guys. We have not seen this East-West pair play, and this might be our last chance if Feldman gets knocked out. And they seem to be doing some exciting stuff. How did they reach 3-0? I just noticed. Okay, East was a passed hand, West overcalled a no trump with a 16 count over the 1 heart opening, and East with 8 blasted game. That's the bid of someone who realizes that they're a bit behind in the match, I think. I don't know, the other table got to 3-0 on a slightly different auction. Yeah, 3-0 with just 8 and no intermediate cards doesn't feel like the right bid to me. But it could definitely work. And I mean, look, they kind of needed to be here because the other table was. So Feldman needed to get to 3-0 and they also need to make it. Well, yeah, Declare is trying to come up with any chance he has. I just don't see it. Oh, undo accepted. After 3 minutes of thought with the Jack of Hearts on the table, North asked to try again. No. They still continue the Jack of Hearts. So my guess is that the best line of play involves playing south for like king 10 third of diamonds, which means we might need to see okay, well, let's see what happens. Trick 1, declare wins the ace of hearts. He'll probably run the jack of diamonds, would be my guess. He does. He's not going to be too happy when south ducks. Now it's just very likely this king is offside. Heart continuation. West wins. And now, I mean, West understands that South has both the aces and the running hearts. Not going to be much he can do. He'll just have to knock out the ace of spades. South is going to cash out, and he'll claim his 8 tricks for down 1. Big swing. Big swing to the side that's already leading by a sizable margin. So this match is quickly getting out of hand. I know Stephen was on here earlier suggesting that sparks might be flying in the other match as well, if there's a large deficit. But things might start becoming more and more hopeless as the match plays out. Wow, Declare pitching the queen of diamonds feels like a weird concession to me. I guess he had to hold on to this king jack doubleton of clubs. Maybe it wasn't so obvious, because now South can exit a diamond and collect 2 more tricks for down 3? That feels like a lot of tricks that Declare is going down. Huh. My guess is he's going to find it. Seems as if his partner has given him all of the information he needs in the spade suit, so West shape should be fairly well known. And there's almost no risk. They already have 5 tricks in defensively. So even if like you lead a diamond and somehow magically West cashes out from here, you're still doing okay. You've at least beat the contract. So were there any more effective discards that Declare could have made? I don't think so. If Declare threw all of his spades, then South at this point could have exited a spade. And I suppose this is like a defensive strip squeeze, right? Declare couldn't afford to pitch from the king jack doubleton of clubs. All right. South takes the boring route, cashes the club ace, and Declare now gets to claim the rest for down 2. We'll see if Frederick's theory holds. No, down 2 claim. So the Vugraph operator didn't just click claim all of the remaining tricks. But still 11 imps to Street, who's now up by over 50. 9 boards to play in the match. And East-West are going to have to start getting creative here. I think East might open their hand to no trump. Okay, I'm not sure. But if East wanted to get creative, they could open the East hand to no trump. Oh, they're playing precision. You know what? I take it all back. If you're playing a different system than they are at the other table, you often don't have to get creative with your opening bid choices or choices in general, whether it be in the card play or the auction, because your system is generating swings for you. I mean, both good swings and bad swings, you're just hoping that the swings are going to be more in your favor. But when you're down 50 like this in a match, you need to be generating swings. So 1 club precision, Very light one diamond overcall by South. Presumably the whole objective of this bid is to direct the lead if the opponents end up in 3 no trump, you know, for example by West somehow, which might be where they're headed. Although, you know, East might have something to say about that. It looks like even on a diamond lead, 3 no trump is not going to have much play. South will be able to get in with the diamond king and switch to clubs in time. So 4 spades was bid in the other room. It went down 1. Not really a surprise. It's on a finesse, but at this table they can kind of diagnose that the diamond finesse is off. Okay, well this isn't much of an improvement, playing in 2 no rather than 3 spades, but I think this is what I've been talking about. Oh, wait for it. Okay, I was a little surprised, but honestly, nothing really phases me at this point at the end of a match, especially if your side realizes that you're way behind. I kind of liked East's decision to try and go low. West is not having any of it. I don't really understand West's insistence on playing in no trump here. His partner showed a strong hand, 15 plus with spades, and he had every opportunity to support him with a doubleton spade. I mean, over 3 clubs he could have had 3 spades rather than 3 no. I mean, this could be just a swinging action. He's trying to generate a result. It is not going to go the way he wanted. But, I mean, the board's not over yet. My guess is North leads a diamond. His partner basically asked for it. And then declare, I'm not sure what declare does. I would probably put in the queen. You know, put in the queen quickly, let them win the king, feign confidence that there's no switch that can hurt me at the table. South and West will be sitting on the same side of the screen. Because if declare spends a long time and goes like ace of diamonds, runs the spade suit, or ace of diamonds, knocks out the heart ace, it's very obvious what the right defense is. But if you put in the diamond queen and South wins and plays a diamond back, and then you like play a spade to the king and lead a heart, maybe they don't figure things out. I'm just hoping against hope there's some way 3 no trump can come home. Still no favorites, not trying to root for anyone, at least not in this match. None of these are players that I've played with in events before. But I do like close matches. It is way more exciting on the last board if both sides have a chance to win. Well, that's going to dash all hopes that declare has. The low club lead at trick 1 allows North-South to just cash out the first 6 tricks, and I think we'll see that happen rather quickly. I wonder why North ended up leading a club instead of a diamond. It could have to do with the fact that West was rather insistent on bidding no trump. You know, that might indicate that he has diamonds solidly locked up, so despite your partner's overcall, you can kind of overrule them here. Works out well for him this time, absolutely. Probably pitch a heart and a diamond on these 2 clubs, and North will have no difficulty figuring out to cash his heart ace, looking at that stiff king and the dummy. So 2 down, another small swing to the street squad, because the other table ended up in 4 spades, taking the diamond finesse and going down. You know, it's not actually so obvious 4 spades is going down. I think, yeah, if East is declarer, I believe you need to get the diamond through before the ace of hearts gets knocked out. Otherwise, declarer can run the hearts, pull trumps and run the heart suit. You know what? There's no dummy entry. Yeah, if declarer pulls all the trumps, he can't then go queen of hearts, heart to the jack. North will hold up until the 3rd round, so good defense at the other table to defeat 4 spades, but also had the best chance of making out of either of the games, I believe. Well, 3 more imps to street, and they maintain a pretty substantial lead as 58, not 56 that the scoreboard is showing. Small score error on one of the first boards of the set. And only 8 boards to play. So they have a lot of catching up to do. South passes. My guess is West is going to open a spade. They're playing precision. So 1 spade being limited to about 14 high card points, or maybe 15, depending on system style. No trump over call by North. Very sensible with the spade stopper and a 17 count. You know, I hate doing it on 4-3-3. I hate doing it when I'm red, but some hands are a little too strong to pass. You might just miss a game. And South thinking a little bit about what he might be able to do over no trump, but eventually gives it up. I mean, I too as South would prefer to play in a suit as opposed to 1 no trump on this hand. Stiff ace, 4 by 1. Not really enough values that we believe 1 no trump is going to come home. And here he's absolutely correct. The diamond lead is going to cause him a lot of trouble. Clubs not breaking is another issue. I suspect declarer is going to win the diamond ace and try a spade up immediately. He'll think, hey, if I can get 4 clubs, the ace of diamonds, the ace of hearts, and the king of spades, I'll be able to make my 7 tricks. And he'll end up being pretty disappointed when the clubs do not break favorably. So not really sure what West is going to do here. West probably has a good inclination that he can run the diamond suit if he pops the spade ace, but that might not be enough defensive tricks. So we might actually see West duck, and declarer will quickly start cashing clubs. But no, West elects to win the ace, and now is going to go after the diamond suit, I have to imagine. Now, East might be feeling a little uncomfortable when the king of spades gets cashed. Because they might be worried that they need to protect the king, jack, 3rd of hearts. But I think they'll work out that holding on to jack, 10, 9, 4th of clubs is going to be important to do. I'm a little surprised by the 7 of diamonds play. Didn't East lead the 6? So it feels to me like East should have played the 4, letting their partner know the full count in the suit. Because as we can see here, West was a little scared of continuing to cash diamonds. And here we are. Here's this king of spades play. East can afford to throw a diamond. They can afford to throw a heart, but throwing a club would be fatal. It does look as if holding onto the clubs is most natural, but this was kind of what I was saying. East is going to come under a bit of pressure when this king of spades gets cashed. And there's no real harm in declaring doing this, right? Like if they started going after clubs and the clubs split, they could do it anyway. But may as well cash the spade king, make East feel a little pressure. I mean, if they were looking at 10-9-4 of clubs, it might even be much harder for them to hold on to the suit. Because then they might think, well, 10-9-4 isn't even a natural trick, unless my partner has one of the missing honors. But we'll see what he ends up doing. The other table did end up in the same final contract, and no trump going down 1 in the north. So I'm rooting for them to get it right, but I think the match is quickly falling out of reach. We're going to be looking at 7 boards to go, almost 60 imps. That's getting close to 1 game swing per board required to come back. Okay, East throws a diamond. You know, now they pitch the 4 of diamonds, and West is probably thinking, why didn't I see that card on the previous round? But they'll quickly find out that it doesn't matter. Ace, king, queen of clubs. My guess is Declarer will play this one out. They'll exit a heart, hoping that maybe West somehow gets themselves end played into leading a spade away from the queen. Oh, not anymore. There's no chance. So we'll see the queen of diamonds. West will cash the spade queen. I mean, I don't know. It feels like Declarer is about to concede. Could save us some time moving on to the next board of the set. Update from PJF. Cope is down by 34 with 8 boards to go. Thank you for that update. So again, both matches not particularly close, but at least still some life in the Cope team. They had an excellent run to get here. I think they came through the Gru squad, if I remember correctly, but maybe that's not true. And either way, I mean, making it to the semifinals of one of these giant team matches at a U.S. National, I would, now this might be a bit of a hot take, but I would say that the Spin Gold, Vanderbilt, and now Soloway knockout are close to the equivalent of like a Bermuda Bowl. It's not exactly like all of the best players in the world sitting on all of the best teams, but most of the best players in the world do come to the US Nationals, and they all tend to play in these giant team events. You might be missing out on some countries that don't prefer to travel here. Like, I think we used to have some Chinese teams that showed up, but maybe they aren't coming to US Nationals as much as of late. But the level of play tends to be very high, and these aren't like, oh, it's a US National Championship, so US squads are always involved. We can see at this table specifically, you know, we got a Polish player, we got the Israeli player sitting south, 2 more Israeli players sitting east and west. So it truly is an international event at these competitions. And yeah, you don't get a world championship title for winning these things. All you do is get a measly star on BBO, but I think everyone knows and respects players who make it deep in these events. Any of the teams that win at least 1 match, I think, should be thought of in high regard as some of the top players in the world. So push board at 1 no trump down 1. We're about midway through the set. There are 7 boards to play. Street still way behind, 58 imps. far as I can tell, and it looks as if there's going to be a short break because we are not getting the next board on the table yet. Oh, Cope down by 22 with 7 boards to go. Thank you for that update. That match is looking close. I mean, so they had a game swing on one of the sets. That could be exciting, but we will be sticking with this one just for the sake of continuity. And then if there's time at the end, if this table finishes up quickly, and maybe if the match is not particularly close, we can hop over to one of the tables in the Cope match to see how that finishes up. But as things currently stand, it's going to be Street versus Fleisher, I think. Will be, oh my god, look at this result at the other table. I didn't even realize. Well, that's exciting. That feels like a bit of desperation from north-south in the other room. Oh, or not. Yeah, I take this back. This actually looks like a perfectly normal auction that just got way, way, way out of hand. So in the other room, West was able to open a 2-heart preempt on their 5-5 in the red suits. East, of course, with 5-card support, bumps all the way to 4 hearts. And South, looking at the spade suit, I mean, 4 hearts is always a transfer, right? Comes in with 4 spades. I mean, I think it's probably the only sensible bid with the South cards. Maybe double, but I would definitely bid my 5-card spade suit there at imps. And undoubled goes down 4. Wow. So maybe this is a swing. Are East-West making 4 hearts? It looks like it. They have no heart losers and 1 loser in every other suit. Club loser, diamond loser, and a spade loser. So we'll finally see some real imps on the board for Feldman. Again, they do need a game swing on every board, and this isn't exactly a game swing. It's going to net them 6 imps for 4 hearts making 4, opposite 4 spades down 4. But it's a start. They still have quite a lot of work to do catching up. Yeah, this is just going to be a very quick claim. Declare is going to cash 2 rounds of trumps and then face his hand and show off that he can ruff 3 black suit losers in the West hand. At least I hope so. I hope we're not tortured with long, slow play trying to grind out an overtrick on this one. I mean, maybe you try and play the diamond suit for 4 tricks. It's not even good enough. Even if you get 2 discards from the East hand, you can only throw 2 spades. Yeah, I think this just has to be a fast claim. But it looks like East is going to make us sit through it, play out the hand. Best chance for an overtrick, maybe a low spade towards the queen. I mean, maybe the best chance for an overtrick is to try and run the 10 of diamonds. Hoping to catch South with King-Jack without the 9, and they don't cover. Because, like, if you lead the queen of diamonds, South will cover with the king. But if you lead the 10, they might not cover with the jack. I don't know. Feels like any chances are quite remote. They are going to sit us through this one. Cope down 24 with 6 to go, but a possible game swing on the very next board. All right. So that match is coming down to the wire, it sounds like. If that game swing comes home, then they'll be down 10 with 5 boards to go. Still a lot of work, but just one game swing out of bringing the match back close to even. South is long in the tank about this. The other room was in 6 hearts going down on the game swing, so if they correctly judge to stay out of the slam, then maybe they'll pick up a swing and be within striking distance. Dan giving us the play-by-play. Cope's looking. He fakes left, fakes right. He drops back for the pass. Oh, slam can make. Interesting. Oh, I'm dying. Like, if I was declare on this hand, okay, I might try and do something. Look, I get it. You kind of want to try and take as many tricks as possible, but when I lead a card and then my opponent goes into the tank for 2 minutes, I would just like face my hand and be like, okay, look, here's the deal. You're gonna get this trick, and this trick, and I have the rest. Cool, let's move on. I am so impatient when I declare. It is a major flaw in my game. Although, I'm sure my regular viewers might be like, what do you mean you're impatient when you declare? Like, I'm just talking off stream. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna play this card, let's play this, make all this stuff happen, everything's fine. But on stream, I just get all chatty. Alright, we get a spade through. This should end the hand fairly quickly. Low spade, South wins the king, declare faces his hand. Yep. 6 imps to Feldman. Again, it says they're down 50, it should be 52. Did I ever play fast pairs with Leo? Nah. Huh? I think the fast pairs overlaps another national event. So I don't think I ever played fast pairs. What does it overlap? Is it the Spin Gold? It's at the Summer Nationals, right? Yeah, I don't think so. Oh my god. Well, we are seeing fireworks. Everyone stay tuned. 3 spades doubled in the East making. Oh, but this is for the wrong team. That's not good. This match could end with Street winning by 100. Not as if they deserved it. I mean, look, they deserve to win. I'm jumping out ahead of myself. They deserve to win. They've played very well throughout. But they didn't deserve to win by 100. This is just the Feldman squad trying to make a comeback when they were down so much. 3 spades doubled plus 2. I can imagine exactly how this auction went. Wait, can I? A club, a diamond, a spade. Pass. 2 clubs, 2 hearts, 2 spades, 3 hearts, 3 spades, pass, pass, double. Easy. We did it. Let's see how close I was. A club, a heart. Wait, what? I'm sorry. I was nowhere close. I didn't even get South's first bid correct. You know, I support this 1 heart overcall fully. When you're down 60, you gotta mix things up a bit. Yeah, Peter is he's swinging for the fences. He's just not aiming in the right ballpark. The umpire, like, spun him around, and he's He's facing the wrong direction, but the pitchers are still coming. Okay. Anywho, we settle in a more tame 3-diamond contract in the south here. Well, I know it has been a long stream. I mean, it has been for me, certainly. We're coming up on 10 hours. Pretty close to the length of stream that I had yesterday. But all 4 quarters today. We plan on streaming all 4 quarters tomorrow. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Really appreciate all the support. I know a lot of you have been with me either all day or most of the day. So really happy that we've had such a good turnout for the event. And I will be doing some more commentary in the future. If you're not familiar, I have been streaming quite regularly. I tend to be online 5 p.m. Eastern Time, US, every day. I play some robot stuff. Sometimes I play some BBO events with other players. Sometimes I just play tables with friends. But everyone is welcome to come and hang out. It is a good time. Always a good time. And I kind of lose my mind at the robots doing crazy things, but I think that's some of the fun of playing those events. Work tomorrow, PJF? No. Oh, you better call in sick. I mean, you haven't been sleeping well, right? So you need to take the day off to recover. I understand. Look, here, you can practice on me. So you call your boss and you're just like, hey, boss, look, here's the thing. I've been feeling a bit under the weather. I could come in tomorrow and I could probably struggle through the day, but sorry, excuse me. It might just be better if I take the day off. Something like that. No, but really you should probably go work. Work is important. I mean, how else are you going to fulfill your requirement of subbing to me? Could I ring your boss? She's American and I'll be relatable. Oh, you think Americans just have this like thing? We all know how to interact with each other. I get it. Yeah, I could be like, hey, sup? Listen, you should come over to my place later. We could talk, have some Southern comfort food, kick back, grab a Coors Light, drink some beers, really just let it all hang out there and have a nice little chat about that employee of yours, PJF. I think he's a real hard worker. He deserves some time off. Yeah, I got you covered. Don't worry, fam. It's exactly, yeah. Yeah, y'all. I do say y'all. I think I like y'all. I didn't actually grow up saying y'all, but I've picked it up. And it's not like my family is Southern. It's just, I guess I went to school in the South. Well, not like the deep South, but, slightly below the Mason-Dixon line is where I went to college. So, a lot of people said it. It's catchy. I like it. It makes me sound like I have an accent, which I probably do. Maybe everyone in chat is just like, well, you do have an accent, you dumb American. You sound like an American. It's an American accent, and it's gross. Your boss is from above the Mason-Dixon line? Ah, gotcha. So then I have to call up and be like, listen, real quick, we need to have this sit down. I'm not going to take up too much of your time because I know you're busy. You got to grab your Starbucks. Got to take your cab into the city. So PJF, look, he's my boy. We've been having this chat, and I think you're going to have to cut him some slack. You feel me? Peace. Yeah, I got it. I got it. I can fake the New Yorker time schedule. Also, Craig is from New York, and I spent a lot of time around him, so I'm very well aware how he functions. He's just like, nope, got this thing at this time, gotta get to this thing, doing my exercise class now, so gonna need the rest of the day. Yeah. Taking the L train back home. New Yorkers always talk about the subway system. Okay, we've had some bridge happening, and I didn't even realize. Oh, we have plus 1130 facing plus 130 for win 15. Yeah, this match is quickly getting out of hand. No heart bid. God, I have not been following this hand at all. So East opened a diamond, South has the 6-4 in the red suits. Oh God, another Brooklyn guy, yeah. It's okay though, he's becoming more of a free spirit. He went to Oregon for a year, I think, and now he's considering traveling to Europe to stay for a few years. So he's no longer just a Brooklyn guy. Board 28, the other match is basically over. They had a disaster. Okay, back to the question. Why was there no heart bid from South? A diamond. For one thing, they might be swinging. So that's always an option, which is why I can't take a lot of these last minute hands all that seriously, but I will try and give some reasonable thoughts as to what the players are debating. The double from North probably probably should suggest a heart bid from South. Yeah, it is a little odd that South didn't come in with at least 3 hearts here. Even 4 hearts would not be that surprising when North is making a takeout double of spades. But, I mean, maybe he was just hoping for a swing somehow. So, can't really tell you. How is this contract? The other room made it. The ace of diamonds is on side. The takeout double probably places the king of clubs with North. So I think we are probably going to see declare just, well, at this point, cross rough the hand. A spade back to hand, a diamond up towards the king. Strip the red suits, and then maybe run the queen of clubs. That would be my line of play, at the very least. Okay. Declarer just wants to get it over with. I mean, this also probably makes sense. The king of clubs is more or less 100% to be on side. So maybe we do have some excitement in the other match. A few boards to go, and Cope has a big result, 1080 on the third to last hand in that set. We will try and head over there. Oh, geez, I should... Well, let's quickly take a look at this hand in case 1040. I mean, look, regardless. Yeah, two of a major redoubled making. Making several over tricks. That's a huge score. What is... Nope, screw it. I'm done here. We're checking out that match. I'm really excited to see what happened. Okay, but I don't want to see the hand. We have heard rumors that board 28 is going to be exciting. Jeez, 45-12 this set. Rosenberg and Cope must be doing something right. They've been eating their Wheaties in between sessions. So 4 spades in the west here. Looks like this is making. So I'm guessing we'll see a push from here. I haven't really followed the play, so I don't know if Declarer is going to try and rough the jack of hearts, rough the club queen, or if he's just going to try and pull trumps. But either line of play seems to be working perfectly well. Okay, king of spades, and now Declarer can claim. Spade to the ace, queen of clubs. If West ruffs, declare can cross ruff, otherwise the queen of clubs holds. Or this, which seems completely unnecessary but also works when the hearts break. Maybe he knew that. This is why coming in the middle of the hand doesn't really work so hot for you, but okay, we have been warned that this match could get pretty close. So if we believe the score, which I believe that that score is anywhere within plus or minus 10 imps of the actual score, depending on VU-graph operator error. This hand, you say that there is a possible grand. You're correct, although declare would need to decide which hook to take. So 7 hearts can make. Ooh. Ooh. Now 7 hearts really can make after the 3 diamond preempt. Because this is going to, well, you can take the, am I missing something? Don't we need, no, which hook now? Yeah. But if West didn't come in with 3 diamonds, which, look, I don't think that 3 diamond bid is so automatic. I will say, credit to Cedric that maybe this 3 diamond call came in at the other table as well. And so one of the things you're trying to do if you're way ahead in a match is sometimes you do get a little frisky and try and guess which swingy actions your opponents are going to take at the other table. So if he judged that 3 diamonds was going to be bid, hold on, let me scroll up here so that we don't have any spoilers for anyone just, yeah, 3 diamonds bid, oh my god, this didn't work the way I wanted. 3 diamonds was bid at the other table. So yeah, I have done this before as well. There have been times where I would open a no trump on 12 just to duplicate the auction at the other table late in a match where we were up like 30 or 40 imps. So maybe that's what Cedric was thinking. I mean, I think absent the 3 diamond bid, declare is going to do the wrong thing if they end up in 7 hearts. Because it feels pretty natural to me to just play the ace king of diamonds. You have one small extra chance that the queen of diamonds drops before taking the spade hook. Now, with that said, I mean, if you want to go like really deep into next level of next level of next level, you could say, well, the right line of play in 7 hearts is to go king of diamonds, diamond to the ace before trying the spade finesse. So I instead am going to play king of diamonds, diamond to the jack. Try and duplicate the other table's unusual action that way. But okay, we'll see. Rosenberg and Cope, I think, okay. My guess is we're going to see South find out about all of the key cards and the trump queen, and he's going to ask for kings, and he's going to find no kings. And he's probably going to have to come up with some sort, so I don't know what 4 clubs is, it looks like a heart raise of some kind. Now, if his partner just had ace of spades, ace of diamonds, queen of hearts, would he really be bidding 4 clubs here rather than just 3 hearts, for example? My suspicion is no, which means maybe North is looking at the spade queen. I suspect that Kevin's going to be able to place North with almost this exact hand. That might not be good enough, right? I mean, we see the 3 diamond preempt, the spade king is likely to be offside. So, Frederick says if 4 hearts is not forcing, then it seems hard to get to 7. Okay, so Kevin's going to think for... I said this in the last time, and he spent about 2 seconds. I believe he's going to think for quite some time here before deciding what to do over 6 hearts, because I think he's going to place his partner with this exact hand, maybe without the Jack of Diamonds. And then probably give up on 7 hearts. Look, I don't want to ruin the mood, but it feels like maybe 7 hearts is not going to be bid. Yeah, the Queen of Clubs is not good enough though, right? Yeah, but the Queen of Clubs just doesn't do anything for us. We get 2 spade pitches. We still have to take the spade hook. Yeah, 6 hearts does deny the spade king, I'm sure. So, you know, he's probably constructing hands that are very, very close to this. If he thinks there's a chance his partner could have the diamond jack, then I don't know, it becomes a little better. All right, looks like the other room has actually finished their full set of boards. Dan has updated me on that. So we will wait and see what Kevin does. It might not, yeah, so he passes. I mean, he wouldn't do it unless he thought that the slam was going to be incredibly good. As far as I can tell, it looks like he's probably aware. We haven't been watching the set, but he's probably well aware that they have picked up some sizable swings during this session so far. Oh, we will watch 28, don't worry. It's coming. I just don't want to ruin the surprise. I don't want to see what happened at the other table. Let's just calmly watch what they do here. Yeah, Jack 10 doesn't look safe for 6-no. I mean, it seems to me like 6 hearts is probably going to be the better slam than 6-no regardless, because you'll be able to ruff clubs in partner's hand. So I like the decision to try and play in 6 hearts. Yeah, you might be risking a diamond ruff. You think North might be able to try 6-no at some point. Well, I don't think North was captain. Oh, you're hoping a South to try 6-no. Yeah, I don't think it's right. You might not have 12 tricks and 6-no trump. So I would be very concerned about that contract. But yeah, Kevin's going to be a little upset with this one, that a chance slipped away. He'll cash the ace of hearts, play heart to the queen, maybe something to that effect, lead a club to the ace and try a diamond hook. That would be my guess. Claim his 13 tricks. If only keycard allowed you to identify the jack of the opponent's suit, then they would have had a real shot of getting there on this hand. Yeah, so you say North might have shown all of his cards after keycard. I don't think 5 spades. I think South knew that North had extras. I'm pretty sure he had to place him with at least one of the black queens. And if it was the spade queen, you know, I mean, probably more likely the spade queen than club queen, just based on sheer length in the suit. His partner is more likely to have spade length than club length. So my guess is he was picturing a hand very similar to this, maybe without the diamond jack, maybe with the club queen, and realized that they're just short. They just have to take the spade finesse, and given the diamond preempt, it is so likely to be offside. Okay, well, here we are. Oh my god. This is a really exciting hand. So I am not going to pull up the auction in the other room. Not yet. I want to take a look at it, but let's see what they do with the hands. So pass. East is probably going to open their strong bid. Oh, they play, so East-West play some sort of, yeah, 2 clubs is either some sort of artificial game force, or it could be a big balanced hand of some playing strength. I don't think we exactly identified what that could be the other day, but it might be like 20 to 21 or 20 to 22. So they probably have a system. I think West is probably required to bid 2 diamonds as a relay to find out what kind of hand East has. And now he will clarify with his 25 highs. 2 hearts Kokish. Oh my god, this is how we got to 2 spades redoubled, isn't it? 2 hearts Kokish, 2 spades, double, redouble. North, wait, wait, hold on. No. I thought the undo was for us to go back and have North double 2 spades. I do not like the double of 2 spades. I like making lead directing doubles with, it's not like specific honor holdings, but it's like a chance of losing only 1 trick in the suit. So if it was Ace-Jack 9, 5th, that to me feels like a much, much better double. Now, I might still not do it. One of the big upsides for lead directing doubles is if you actually catch a huge fit with your partner, maybe you can find a sacrifice, but at these colors, you don't really want to do it. Yeah, Dan says he's learned not to double there. Did I play this hand earlier today? I did. I think I only went for 1100 though. So, oh no, I would have lost 2 umps. Going for 1100 was lose 2 on our card. Okay, so my guess is that we did get exactly this. We did double, pass, redouble, all pass. And then I wonder how the play goes. It feels to me like 10 tricks is still an awful lot. I mean, if North ever puts a heart through, seems as if they will probably end up getting a heart trick and 3 spades. But maybe I'm overlooking something. Either way, 1040, huge result going up against what looks like a no trump game the other way. So what is that? That's going to be like 600 some points, which will be 12. We're going to have a 1-imp match. That is assuming all the scores are correct. We came in, I think, in the middle of hand 26. Oh, diamond switch from south. I didn't even notice that that was a possibility, but now Declare can just knock out the spade ace and claim his, it looks like 11 tricks. So 460 versus 1040 is only going to be 11? Yeah, only 11. So 2 imps, 2 more boards to play. Anyone's match. Wow, Cope really brought it back here. I mean, Fleisher still might be in the lead, but the momentum has shifted. I mean, Cope came into the segment, according to the scoreboard, down 46, and they've picked up 44 in this set. Four hearts making in the West. That does feel like an awful lot of hearts to be making. That just has to mean that North didn't get spades on the table soon enough. Oh. Well, folks, we might have a new leader all of a sudden. I think we will have a new leader. It's hard to imagine Declare taking fewer than 3 tricks. They should get the King of Hearts, the Ace of Clubs, and the Ace of Spades. So that would only be minus 400, and I'm guessing they'll get even more than that. Yeah, after this lead, Declare's got 3 club tricks ready to go. They just need to make sure to unblock the 10 when they play low from the dummy. So what does West do? West wins the King of Clubs, probably shifts to the Jack of Hearts. Yeah, Frederick, that is a funny point. Now, vulnerability can play a factor. Here, West is red, everyone red. The other hand, we were equal white. But yes, I mean, this seems like a much better heart suit, and generally just a much better hand with the singleton, despite it being stiff king. But I've made my point. I don't like bidding on 5-3-3-2 at the 2 level. I don't like overcalling. You get in trouble a lot. Sometimes you gotta do it, but you know, you're taking a big risk. Hello? That can't be the spot card Declare played. I mean, okay, well, let's see how the play unfolds, but if Declare goes Queen of Clubs club, I'm going to guess that the 10 of Clubs was unblocked. I'm still in the camp of, I think North is a sponsor for this team. Craig seems to think otherwise, but I've seen some very suspect plays and bids by this North player. Not that there's anything wrong being a sponsor, but they tend not to always make all of the technical plays. One no trump making. I think that would be a big result. Declare would have to read like stiff ace of diamonds offside, I think. If they take 3 clubs, 2 spades, and a heart, yeah, they could come to a diamond trick. Oh no. Oh no. I'm just reading the comment by the VuGraph operator. I will highlight this. So there was talk about Declare not unblocking the club 10. And the VuGraph operator said, I think by my mannerism, Cope realized that he made a mistake, not unblocking the 10 of clubs. That is not something you want to be doing. Oh man, I had a nightmare story when I was playing in the US team trials. We were playing against John Kraniak and Vince DeMoy, and there was some hand where they bid to 4 spades in a 4-4 fit. I had 3 natural trump tricks and got 2 of them. Cran just played the hand. Oh, I don't want to ruin it. That is one of my story hands. But anyway, so Cran makes this impossible 4 of a major contract, and the VuGraph operator was, and so then he makes a comment of, oh, I'm sorry, partner, I should have just bid 3 no trump, which was cold. And the VuGraph operator said that's what they did in the other room. Just crickets. Not yeah, that was That was really awkward in the middle of the match to hear that. Okay, I have not been following the play, but I mean, it looks like that king of diamonds got set up. So even though the club suit has been blocked, Declare now, I assume, knows that the queen of diamonds is onside. Oh, he played low towards the jack. Okay, good line of play. Yeah, sorry, my head's elsewhere, but I really should be focusing on this match. It's getting quite exciting as we get down to the end. Yeah, the diamond pitch is okay. He will... I guess it's not really okay. He's probably going to go down. Yeah, maybe recovering from fatigue and the failure to unblock, but that's okay, VuGraph Operator. VuGraph Operator's letting us know this chat is from them. They messed up dummies discards, and I don't know if there's an actual tank going on now. I'm kind of suspicious that the VuGraph Operator might claim from here. But yeah, this is really bad form to have a reaction when Declare doesn't unblock the club 10 and give something away. Yeah, he definitely had all 7 tricks if he kept all of his diamonds. And I mean, look, it's if he really did lead a low diamond towards the jack and East popped up with the ace, like, I don't really understand why he started throwing diamonds. Well, the VuGraph Operator said that it's that they messed up the discard, so maybe he has kept diamonds and we're just getting some sort of long tank for no reason. I don't know. I'm as clueless as you are. But either way, I mean, if one no trump makes, it's going to be a huge swing to cope, and if one no trump goes down, it's still going to be a huge swing to cope. They will either be ahead by, I think, 9 or 11, if the scores are correct, depending on the result of this board. Wow, that's a big miss in the other room. Not beating 4 hearts. So now I am curious how the defense went. North was on lead. My guess is he led a club. No, he led a trump. Heart to the jack. Diamond to the ace. Club. Ducked. To the king. Minus 200. Feels like Declare could have done better after the ace of diamonds popped up, but I'll take the VuGraph Operator's word for it, that claim of down 2 was what happened. Anyway, still a new leader, but the match is a little bit closer. Now Cope is only up by 7, but they still have a pretty comfortable lead, and it looks like it's gonna be hard for Fleisher to come back given the result in the other room, but you never know. Crazy things can happen. Okay. So East opens 2 diamonds. This is either, I forget what some of the options are, but the hand that East is going to show is a balanced 18 to 19. How is 3 no trump? The club suit is not friendly. The heart suit is not friendly. Need 180. 280 is... Well, we're not going to score 180 in this contract, so either 3-no makes or it doesn't. If South leads a club... A club lead lets this through. Yeah, it's also going to be hard to play a no-trump part score when they get a 2-diamond opener. Okay. Diamond lead looks like the most logical to me. South does have a diamond sequence and the interior spots. So, you know, it's much better to lead from 10-9 fourth, or 10-9 7 fourth than 10-9, like, 3 deuce. Consecutive playoff boards. I might die if we had 2 playoffs in a row, but I would be rooting for it. Getting to watch more and more bridge is obviously nice. So how is Declare doing here? I don't think the defense is gonna get this one wrong. Whoa. Declare just goes about cashing the queen of diamonds. I would have expected something else. So now he has to test the hearts. King of hearts, trying to get some count signals at the very least. Ace of hearts and the queen of hearts. 3-no is an excellent spot. It basically needs something good to happen in 2 of 3 suits. Either the club suit, heart suit, or diamond suit to provide an extra trick that is needed. Okay, South is in the tank. I would have been surprised if South quickly blocked the diamond suit, but it does look like South has not blocked the diamond suit. So now we'll see a club to the ace. Kevin, very careful to put in the 9 just in case Declare had any thoughts about sticking in that 8 from dummy. But now, okay, he cashes out down 2, and as long as all the results stand, what a massive, massive comeback for Cope over Fleisher.